the remote mountains of Shikoku, there is a village that feels frozen in time. A place called Nagoro, quiet, isolated, and almost completely abandoned. But when you walk through its narrow roads or pass by its empty houses, you quickly notice something unsettling. Everywhere, someone is watching. At bus stops, figures sit perfectly still. In the fields, shapes stand motionless under the sun. Inside the old school, students occupy their desks, staring straight ahead. They look like people going about their everyday lives, until you get close enough to see the truth. They are dolls. Life-sized dolls, hundreds of them, placed throughout the village like ghostly reminders of those who are no longer there. Their creator is a woman named Ayano Tsukimi, who grew up in Nagoro and returned years later. But the village she came home to was nothing like the one she remembered. Streets that were once lively were silent. Houses stood empty. Neighbors she had known all her life had died or moved away. Nagoro, once full of voices, had faded into near silence. Her first doll was meant to resemble her father. She dressed it in his clothes and placed it in the field he used to work in. But when she stepped back, the sight was eerie, almost as if he had returned and was quietly watching over the land. And that was only the beginning. Ayano kept creating more dolls, each one modeled after a real resident who had disappeared, moved, or passed away. Children, teachers, farmers, old couples. One by one, they returned, not as living people, but as silent figures with painted faces and glassy eyes. Over the years, she created more than 350 dolls, each placed exactly where the person once stood in life. At the abandoned bus stop, the dolls wait for a bus that will never come. In the old school, dolls sit upright in dusty classrooms, forever frozen in a lesson that will never continue. In the fields, farmers seem to bend over their crops, trapped in an endless day's work. The scenes feel familiar, yet disturbingly wrong, like snapshots of life from a world that no longer exists. Nagoro became known as the Village of Dolls, and travelers now visit not for its beauty, but for the strange, haunting atmosphere. Some visitors feel a sense of nostalgia. Others feel watched, surrounded by the unmoving faces of people who should have been gone long ago. But for Ayano, these figures are not meant to frighten. They are tributes, memorials to the villagers she once knew. Each doll is a way to keep their presence alive in a community that has nearly vanished. Yet the deeper story is darker. Nagoro is one of many Japanese villages suffering from severe depopulation. Young people leave for the cities. Schools shut down. Houses decay. Over time, the living disappear, and the silence grows. Ayano's dolls did not stop this decline, but they reveal something haunting. What remains when a community slowly dies? The dolls fill the emptiness, turning the village into a surreal place where the past refuses to fade away. Today, Nagoro is quiet, but never truly empty. The dolls stand watch in every corner, as if guarding memories of the people who once shaped the village. The line between past and present feels blurred. It is a place where time has stopped, and where the dead seem to have returned, not as ghosts, but as silent watchers carved from cloth and paint. This is how these silent watchers look like. They don't seem that creepy. If you stayed until the end of this video, leave a ghost emoji in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. See you next week.